Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by RockAuto.com. All the parts your car will ever need. Steel Rubber Products, quality crafted rubber parts and weather stripping. S&W Race Cars, builder of championship-winning race cars, chassis kits, and components since 1959. And by NHOU Undercoating, the official oil-based rust prevention system.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Now, here on the show, we love UTVs, and this is a great-looking side-by-side from Powersports of America. Andy, what did you bring for show and tell?
We brought a 2021 Polaris RZR XP 1000.
And it's not just stock, you guys have dressed it up quite a bit. So tell me what you've done here, starting on the front end.
We added a color-matched front bumper from Polaris. We also added the accent lighting and the 4,500-pound winch.
What sets this apart from some of the others that are out there, or the bull bars that we see a lot?
The bull bars typically don't have the headlight protection on the side, and they don't have the place to mount your fair lead for your winch. And this one will also protect your grill, all your lighting and stuff like that from breaking.
So you can put the lead right through here, through this hole if you want to do that.
Yes, that's correct.
Excellent. So let's talk about the winch.
It's a 4,500-pound synthetic rope winch from Copeland. This machine weighs about 1,700 pounds, and a 4,500-pound rating is perfect to pull it out in even the messiest of situations.
Excellent. And the accent lighting is something you guys do as well?
It's a separate accessory from Polaris. It's kind of just something to make you a little brighter, a little bling going with it.
And other colors available?
Yes, sir. You can actually change out the bulbs and stuff like that. Polaris isn't the one who makes the different colors, but there are companies out there you can change it to match your machine.
The tires are an upgrade as well.
These are a 30-10-15 M1 Evo by AMS tire, and they're sitting on a 15-inch beadlock wheel, which keep your tire from coming off the wheel on the trail, and it makes for a little wider stance because they do have more of an offset than the factory wheels do.
And you find a huge performance difference when you're on the trail with these?
It's a lot better for rocks, hard pack. They are a better tread, so some of the factory stuff does kind of tend to get generic, and the tread will chunk out real bad and stuff like that, being mass produced like they are.
And the roll cage here helps beef up the safety factor on this.
This cage is actually by Pro Armor. It all comes in a kit with the roof. It's actually chromoly, so if you do roll it over, it's not going to crush like a factory cage does. And we added the windshield and the back panel from Rad Accessories.
Now the windshield is really cool. How does this actually connect into the roll cage?
There's actually quick latches on each side, and it's literally a 30-second change out. You can just flip it right back on.
And how is this as far as scratches and damage?
It's actually double hard coated, so it's got a double hard coat on this side, a double hard coat on this side, and any breaking, whether it be this or the latches, Rad Accessories actually honors a lifetime warranty on that stuff.
Another thing that jumps out to me on this vehicle, the doors. I've seen a lot of stock doors, they're just a little sliver and don't offer a whole lot of protection, and they don't keep you real dry or clean. You guys have taken care of that problem.
Yes, sir. These are actually powder coated to match Pro Armor doors. They're aluminum, so any brush, anything that might be coming up, it'll protect you from that, and it will also keep you clean.
And you've had some incidents on the trail where you could have used this?
Absolutely.
Yeah, tell me about that.
I've been riding, had limbs come up while I'm sitting in the seat, and they'll get you good if you're not careful.
And that's something you really wouldn't think about until you've had that experience.
Absolutely. A lot of people buying their UTV for the first time don't realize what all they need until they get out on the trail, and then at that point they're calling back, hey, can we get some doors? We need this or we need that. And that's where we come into play, is to help people out and accessorize them for the trail properly.
I think one thing I hear from a lot of UTV owners, people don't think about, or talking about the tree kickers. If you only had one thing, that's what you want to add. Yeah. And tell me about yours.
These are actually Polaris tree kickers. They make two different styles. They make a tree kicker and a rock slider. A rock slider would be flush up against, maybe for you guys out here, where you're crawling over rocks, protecting the underneath and the side.
Yeah, here in Tennessee.
Yes, sir. These are a lot less expensive, though, than buying this whole rear cap. When you're going around a tree and you catch it between the wheel and the machine, it will rip it off.
Now, looking at the interior there, I love the seats on this. I love how you've upfitted this UTV. Tell me about those seats.
These seats are made by Pro Armor, and they're actually color matched also. You can tell by the different textures and the piping. And they also have a lot more bolstering on the sides, which keeps you in your seat better. And it requires a 4-point harness, which if you were to get in an accident, it's definitely going to keep you in and work together with the cage to keep you nice and safe.
And then onto the rear, talking about the rear bumper, that's something people don't often think of either.
Oh, yes, sir. Rear bumper's handy. If you're out riding, backing up in the woods, you can't always see. We do add a lot of lighting from times. People want to turn in a reverse light, but if you're backing up and you hit a tree, that's a lot cheaper than buying a whole rear fascia, all the tail lights, and it'll save you a lot of money.
Well, what can I actually buy at Powersports of America?
At Powersports of America, we carry a full lineup of Polaris and Can-Am off-road machines. Whether you want to buy a stock machine or you want to see one of our experienced salesmen, they can accessorize it to fit your needs.
You can find the UTV of your dreams. Find them at powersportsofamerica.com. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings after these messages.